Hey everybody, it's Kathy Weiss. Welcome to Monday Messages and this week's free live intuitive reading, which I'm going to get to in just a moment. I've got a handful of names in my Mad as a Hatter teacup, and I'm going to pull a name out of here in just a moment for that free reading. But before we do, I wanted to talk just for a quick moment about the word clairvoyant and how that pertains to me, because the word clairvoyant, when I started being used in relationship to myself, it kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies, like, and I felt uncomfortable, or almost like, oh, clairvoyant, that's weird. Those people wear turbans and crystal balls, like out of a movie, with like shawls over the lampshade, or I think of Whoopi Goldberg's character in the movie Ghost, and just like over the top, or somebody who maybe does have real skill but is also somehow trying to swindle or take advantage of people. And so when I would hear the word clairvoyant, I was like, oh, that's not me at all. But the fact of the matter is, I didn't even know what the word meant, or like what its definition was. So let's take a moment and shine a light at the word clairvoyant and understand what it is, to help us dispel some of those myths about what it is not. So the word clairvoyant means clear vision, or being able to see things beyond the normal five senses. And let's not even use the word normal, just the five senses. And then there's the ability to see and hear and feel things using other types of perception. And the word clairvoyant is really associated with the word psychic, or someone who can predict the future. And while I do see and hear things beyond what you might consider the five senses inside my mind, and we know that that happens when the mind is in almost a meditative state, which means the thinking mind is shut down. I don't predict the future. It's like that. If I could tell you the winning lottery numbers, my friends, I would so not even like hesitate for a second. So the word intuitive is really similar. An intuitive is someone who senses subtle energy off of the physical body, from your subconscious mind, from source energy. And again, I see images and I hear words, and sometimes I just know things. And the difference is that an intuitive, when you work with an intuitive, it's sort of like you're going to be processing and releasing and transmuting physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual energy so that you feel better. So it's more that I am providing information to guide you, and it might feel like talk therapy. It might feel like a physical, actual release of something. But again, what's really important is that I don't predict the future. I do provide information that maybe you weren't aware of or trying to figure out. And then it's up to you what you do with that. So I'm here to help you get back on your soul path, or reconnect with your soul path if you got lost to it. But then you have the free will. And so the only one who can predict your future or the outcome in relationship to what comes up between us is you. So let's help someone get back on their soul path, or reconnect, or find some healing, or whatever it is that's going on today with whoever comes out of my hat. And real quick, like I did last week, and this is how I would work with you if you're to work with me privately, which is why I decided to start doing this, is I did a quick energy read when these people put their names into my hat. So I have names and notes written down for them already. And then we'll get into talking about that. Oh my gosh, I almost broke my teacup hat. I'm glad I didn't. And then we'll use an oracle card for an inspirational tool that will help me provide more guidance. So first, I'm closing my eyes, and already I'm hearing applause and like thrill and excitement about whoever is going to come out of the hat today, and that there is I'm hearing there's a secret message for someone else who's watching the video live. or even if you're watching it later, I'm hearing if you're watching this video, there is one specific person who is not coming out of the hat, but there's like a secret message just for you. So, okay, that's freaking cool. If you are the person that hears the secret message, would you just write in the comments like I heard it, or it was for me, or even tell us what it was, because that is just so rad and amazing. Okay, closing my eyes, pulling out Rayanne. Okay, Rayanne and I are recent acquaintances on Facebook, and I don't believe we've met in person, or if we have, maybe it was just once in passing. And so, Rayanne, if you are watching live, or if you end up watching later, please share your thoughts or comments down here with us, just so that people who are watching can get a sense of how this works and how things land on people. So Rayanne, it was so cute. The moment I turned into your energy or your channel, I heard, hello, it's so nice to meet you. And it was really friendly and really happy and very upbeat. But then right behind that, like behind your smiling face, I could see you crying. And so it was like, aren't you happy? And there was a little bit of a disparity. And I want you to hear this with such love, Rayanne, if this is landing for you, is that as women in our society, we are all trained to walk around saying, I'm fine. It's good. I'm fine. Whatever that thing was that happened, it's okay. I'm fine. I'm totally, it's good. Yeah, let's get to work, or whatever it is we're doing. So hear this in a really positive light, that your guides and your angels know that there's something inside of you that's feeling crushed or heartbroken in some way. And it's almost like what I hear you saying is, I need a friend. And you feel like there isn't a friend available to you to be able to share whatever that is leaving you feeling that heartbroken, or that sadness that you feel like you can't share with anyone. And all you need to do is ask for help. From the universe or your guides, or however it is that you communicate with that which is greater than us. All you need to do is say, I need help. I need someone that I can talk to about this. And the moment you just do that, the help is going to present itself. It's going to be like flooding in, to the point where you're going to be like, oh, I don't think I need this many people right now. But welcome that as a sign that your angels and your spirit guides are listening and want to help you. You just have to let them know what it is that you need. And let me just check the rest of the notes I have for you, Rayanne, before we pull a card for you. It says, even if it's just someone to listen to you, the moment you ask, the help will flood in. So sometimes I think we get hesitant in asking for help, because what you're thinking is that the other person is going to tell you what to do, or how to solve the problem, or whatever it is. And what I'm hearing from you is, there isn't a problem. There's nothing that needs to be solved. You just need someone to hear the truth about how you're feeling on the inside, and it only needs to be one person. So so reach out into the universe, or however that is meaningful to you, and just say, I need help. I need someone to listen, and it's going to happen. And you're going to feel so much better, and be able to sort of get yourself back on track and feeling in alignment with yourself and the way that you're presenting out into the world. So let's pull a card from my Oracle card deck. So Oracle cards are different from tarot cards. Tarot cards have set suits and information, and so no matter the artwork on tarot cards, the information is always the same, whereas Oracle cards are inspirational tools that have unique messages depending on the deck. And so I'm using the Mother Mary Oracle deck. I know this is reversed to you guys because of the camera, and it has a lot of really like the messages in this deck are so loving and so supportive and so uplifting, and I'm hearing that this is going to be perfect for you, Rayanne, as well as that the like secret message for somebody in here, or somebody who's watching this. There is like a super secret encoded message just for you as well. So again, if you're the person that hears that, or it ends up being for you, oh my goodness, let us know in the comments, because that's super cool. So I'm just shuffling the deck for Rayanne. And if Rayanne were working with me live here on the video or in person, I would ask her if she wanted to pull from the top of the deck or cut. And what's interesting is that I'm seeing a natural cut right there, and I'm hearing cut the deck. So we're going to go ahead and do that for her. And then take the card from the top, which is Our Lady of the Inner Gate. And so when you look at the card, Rayanne, you would want to see if there's anything in the image that pops out for you. And I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit of a weird reflection because it's overcast outside, and so the light in the room is funny. I will definitely post an image of the card after today's video is over. But let's get into the book and see what Our Lady of the Inner Gate has to say, to help give you a little bit more guidance on that topic. She's number 19. Our Lady of the Inner Gate says, "My initiations are sacred, and no matter what appears to be happening in your life, I am behind it. I am always guiding you towards your heart, for within that sacred temple, the most precious treasure is kept. To obtain that treasure, you will need courage, trust, and faith. I bestow my grace willingly upon you, my child, without restraint. You must provide the trust in me that gives you the courage to take the journey." And I'm hearing that the journey isn't a big, huge, fat, epic thing right now. It's really that journey and courage of reaching out for a friend or someone that you feel safe with, that you can just talk to and tell the truth about what's lying within your heart. And so when I use this book, you guys, I don't read every single thing that's in the book, but I just feel that or see words pop off of the page. So I'm just skimming through and finding the extra information that Rayanne needs right now. And it says, "This oracle heralds a time when you are growing in spiritual power." That is super awesome. It does not say super awesome in the book. By the way, that was totally my interpretation. "Whether you are aware of this consciously or not, you are becoming a person of increasing energetic influence." And I think that what I'm hearing is that's why it's so important for you to speak your truth to someone, because when you are energetically influential, if you're walking around with this beautiful, happy, lovely smile saying that you're fine when inside you're crying, people are going to pick up on that from you and feel a sense of disconnect or a sense of aversion to wanting to have an ongoing relationship with you, if that makes sense. And so it's super important that you take the time to nurture this part of you, because your energetic influence is important and valuable. Okay. If you have some natural sense of spiritual responsibility, you may worry about this, wondering if you are always putting out constructive vibrations. So affirming what's coming right now. Do not fear. You don't have to be perfect. You so don't. None of us do. You just need to be yourself and trust. It is your trust in the divine that brings the most power to your heart emanation and the most healing to the world around you. It is your willingness to experience your life with growing trust that empowers the mother to act through you and for others to be nourished by your presence. And so I am hearing you are really starting to grow in your energetic ability to attract good, like-minded people. And so living your truth becomes more important, and expressing your truth becomes more important to help that alignment happen. And know that, again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can be a big fat mess, and the world will respond to you even more positively than if you are saying, "I'm fine," when you're not. Okay, and I'm hearing, let's go in and find one more thing in here for you. "Without the riches of the heart, anything else obtained soon enough shows itself to be an empty vessel indeed. It is the fullness of life itself and all that it offers that shall open up your heart as it becomes even more capable of receiving that precious gift through this process." I just want to listen for one more second, Rayanne, and make sure there's nothing else. I'm hearing the word additional guidance. is needed. Like, okay, so you kind of sort of got a lot of the stuff that happened in today's message, but that you're yearning for a little bit more. And so, if that is the case, please reach out to me privately and I can share with you the rest of what I'm hearing, because it sounds like it needs to be said between you and I on a personal level. So, but again, you have free will and I cannot predict the future. So, it's 100% up to you if you decide to explore that possibility a little bit more. So, thank you to everyone who watched live. And again, if you heard the super secret message that was for one specific person in here today, gosh, I would love to know who that was or what it was or if you heard it. And otherwise, I'm wishing you and sending you a lot of love for a beautiful rest of your Monday. And oh, I'm listening. There's a little bit more coming. I'm hearing tune in next week. There will be more guidance for everyone, but soon these free live readings will come to an end. And so be sure that you're watching now because some change is coming. Okay, and I have no idea what that change is that's coming. So, gosh, keep tuning in live because who knows what's going to... I can't even predict my own future, you guys, let alone anybody else's, because we have free will. So, thank you again so much for tuning in live. If you missed the beginning of the video, go back and watch it. And I will see you again so very soon. Thanks for tuning in. I love you guys. Namaste.